John Taylor effect part 2. Now let us consider an octahedral complex of a metal ion which has T2G1 configuration in ground state. Means the electrons, they are present in T2G orbitals only. Now the solitary electron can be present in any of the three T2G orbitals. There are three T2G orbitals, dxy, dyz and dzx, and out of these three T2G orbitals, electron can be present in any of the orbitals. If the electron is present in dxy orbital, then what would happen? If it is present in dxy orbital, then it would screen the nucleus of metal ion more effectively in xy plane than in xz or in yz plane. Obviously, it would screen metal ion in xy plane or in xy plane more effectively, obviously, from the ligands. What would be the consequence of this? इससे क्या होगा? This would reduce attraction between nuclear charge on the metal and negative charge on the ligands in the xy plane. The metal is having, उसमें पॉजिटिव चार्ज है. अगर एक इलेक्ट्रॉन जो है वो शील्ड कर देता है आपके मेटल को एक्स वाई प्लेन में, तो देयर विल बी लेस अट्रैक्शन बिटवीन द न्यूक्लियस of the metal ion and the negatively charged ligands in xy plane. As a result, the octahedral geometry of the complex would get distorted by elongation of metal ligand bonds in xy plane. What will happen? There will be less attraction between the electron, and there will be less attraction between the negative charge on the ligand and the nucleus of the central metal ion. उस वजह से क्या होगी? There will be elongation, and due to elongation, and this would result in elongation in xy plane. In such a situation, the repulsion between the d electrons of metal ion and negative charge on the ligands would become less in the xy plane. What will happen? Another consequence इसका क्या होगा? जो आपके d इलेक्ट्रॉन्स हैं उनके बीच और जो आपके ligands के ऊपर जो नेगेटिव चार्ज है उनके बीच जो रिपल्शन थी, that will also get reduced. और उसकी वजह से क्या होगा? जो in xy plane as compared to रिपल्शन इन xz और yz प्लेन, क्योंकि ये xz और yz प्लेन में कोई भी स्क्रीनिंग इफेक्ट नहीं है. इलेक्ट्रॉन वी हैव assumed that it is present in dxy orbital. So what will happen? The energy of dxy orbital, it will decrease, and the energy of your energies of your xz and yz orbitals, that will energies of xz and yz orbitals, that will increase as a result of this. And the changes in the energies of orbital would obviously be governed by center of gravity rule. Yes, total energy, that will remain same. That I have told you yesterday what is center of gravity rule, that total energy of the system, it remains same. Now this is the case T2G. If this is the case when the electron that is present in dxy orbital and dxz, what will happen? The energy of dxy orbital, that will decrease, while that the energy of dxz and dyz orbitals, that will increase. Now you can see here lifting of degeneracy of T2G orbitals in an octahedral complex of a metal ion with T2G1 configuration when solitary electron is present in dxy orbital. Next we have, if on the other hand the electron is present in either dxz और yz orbital. Now अगर इन दोनों में से किसी भी orbital में अगर आपका electron present है dxz या yz में, what will happen then? It will screen nucleus of metal ion more effectively in xz or yz plane compared to xy plane, obviously. Now the screening will be more effective in xz or yz plane. This would result in decrease in attraction between the positive charge of the metal ion and negative charge of the ligands. Yes, क्योंकि स्क्रीनिंग अब dxz और yz प्लेन में है, क्योंकि जो इलेक्ट्रॉन है वो इन दोनों में से किसी एक प्लेन में प्रेजेंट है, तो क्या होगा, अट्रैक्शन घट जाएगी किसके बीच, सेंट्रल मेटल आयन के न्यूक्लियस के बीच और जो नेगेटिव चार्ज है लिगेंड्स के बीच, और देयर विल अलोंग this z direction, and an increase in such attraction, obviously the attraction will increase across xy direction. और इसका दूसरा कॉन्सिक्वेंस क्या होगा, दूसरा कॉन्सिक्वेंस ये होगा, एक तो अट्रैक्शन घट गई आपकी अक्रॉस जेड एक्सिस में, और दूसरा कॉन्सिक्वेंस इसका क्या होगा, द अनदर कॉन्सिक्वेंस भी, कि जो रिपल्शन है लिगेंड में जो नेगेटिव चार्ज होता है और जो डी इलेक्ट्रॉन्स हैं सेंट्रल मेटल आयन के, वो भी डिक्रीज हो जाएगी अक्रॉस जेड एक्सिस, ठीक है. And obviously the overall result will be the metal ligand bonds get elongated along z direction, whereby octahedral geometry is distorted to tetragonal geometry. And obviously you know why, what is the reason behind, क्योंकि xz और yz प्लेन में अब रिपल्शन कम है तो इनकी एनर्जी डिक्रीज हो जाएगी और xy प्लेन की एनर्जी जो है वो इंक्रीज हो जाएगी. So this is the kind of split we observe in this case. Now obviously the center of gravity rule will be followed, यहाँ पे भी वो follow किया जाएगा. Now next we will do, we have done this in case of T, we have done in case of T2G 1 orbital, 2 possibilities we have done. Now the relative energy of all 5 d orbitals in 2 possible tetragonal distortions are, so we will do them. So you can see what is the possibility. First is elongation of metal ligand bond along z direction. This is tetragonal distortion caused by, ये जो energy वाला diagram है, tetragonal distortion caused by elongation of metal ligand bond along z direction. So what will happen here, you can see this is due to elongation, please pay attention. And when elongation across along z axis means कि जो आपके z orbitals हैं, the electrons will be present in them. In case of Eg, अगर वो dz में है तो this will be the split, please pay attention. dz square की एनर्जी कम हो जाएगी, dx square minus y square की एनर्जी जो है that will increase. While in this case what will happen, the energy of dxy in this is when the electron, this is the case when electron is present in z वाले orbitals में जब वो present है. यहाँ देखिए dxz और dyz की ऑर्बिटल डिक्रीज, एनर्जी जो है वो डिक्रीज हो जाएगी और dxy की जो एनर्जी है दैट विल इंक्रीज. नाउ दिस इज अनदर tetragonal distortion caused by compression of ml bonds along z axis, z direction. Now the electrons they are present in x and y orbitals. Eg के केस में dx square minus y square ऑर्बिटल में आपके इलेक्ट्रॉन प्रेजेंट हैं और इस क्या होगा, बिकॉज ऑफ दिस द एनर्जी ऑफ dx square minus y square that will decrease and that of z square it will increase. और अगर if it is in T2G then what will happen, the energy of dxy it will decrease and that of dxz and dyz will increase. So we are यहाँ पे जो compression जो हम ले रहे हैं दोनों केसेस में, elongation and compression, that is with respect to z direction. With respect to z direction, that you have to remember. We always take it compression and elongation with respect to z axis. Now next we have very important generalizations which you have to pay attention, that Jahn-Teller effect is operative also in case of complexes formed with neutral ligands such as ammonia, carbon monoxide, water, NO, etc., which have dipolar character. These ligands they have lone pair of electrons. तो जॉन टेलर इफेक्ट सिर्फ नेगेटिवली चार्ज लिगेंड्स के साथ ही नहीं होता, बल्कि जो न्यूट्रल लिगेंड्स हैं विच हैव डाइपोलर कैरेक्टर, जॉन टेलर इफेक्ट उनके साथ भी होता है. ऑल ऑफ देम दे हैव लोन पेयर ऑफ इलेक्ट्रॉन्स एंड दे हैव डाइपोलर कैरेक्टर. हियर इलेक्ट्रॉन्स here d electrons are repelled by negatively charged poles of dipolar neutral ligands. Now जो आपके negatively charged लिगेंड्स होते हैं उनमें तो जो नेगेटिव चार्ज और जो डी इलेक्ट्रॉन्स हैं उनके बीच रिपल्शन होती है, मगर ये जो आपके न्यूट्रल लिगेंड्स हैं इन केस में क्या होता है, इनके में डाइपोल होता है, which they have dipole, they have partially positive partially negative charges. So that dipole, negatively charged dipole, that is repelled by your d electrons. Now another thing, that it is important to note that John Taylor effect shown by T2G orbitals is much weaker than shown by EG orbitals. This is a very important generalization, that John Taylor effect shown by T2G orbitals is much weaker as compared to EG orbitals. And what is the reason behind it? This is because in T2G orbitals, the regions of maximum density lie in between x, y and z direction and not directly in the x, y, z directions along which ligands are placed. तो क्या होता है, T2G orbitals जो है हमारे, जैसे dxy, dyz, dzx, they have a plane, और ये जो they are present in between the regions of maximum density of electrons जो हैं, इनमें जो इनमें जो इलेक्ट्रॉन है वो दे आर प्रेजेंट इन बिटवीन द प्लेन, जो एक्स वाई प्लेन होगा, वाई जेड प्लेन होगा, जेड एक्स प्लेन होगा, बीच में इलेक्ट्रॉन डेंसिटी ज्यादा होती है. इट इज नॉट डायरेक्टली अलोंग द डायरेक्शन ऑफ द लिगेंड. तो वो डायरेक्टली their density is not directly in the direction of the ligands. It is present in between the plane. While जो EG orbitals हैं आपके, जैसे dz square है, dx square minus y square है, उसमें the density is on the axis. It is not in between the plane, it is not in the plane, it is on the axis. तो जो excess होता है आपके ligands का, negatively charged ligands का, वो ज्यादा होता है electrons with respect to electrons, because they are on the axis, not in between the axis. Electron density is directly in the plane of the ligands. मतलब it is directly in the axis of the ligands and not in between the plane. So the regions of maximum density are directly in directions along which ligands are placed. That is very important. The shielding effect of electrons in T2G orbital on positive charged metal ion is much less as compared to when an electron is placed in any of the EG orbitals. Obviously, the shielding effect of the electron that becomes less due to this, because it is in between the plane, वो directly shield नहीं कर रहा है न्यूक्लियस को, एज कम्पेयर टू EG ऑर्बिटल, जहाँ पे जो न्यूक्लियस की स्क्रीनिंग है वो बिल्कुल डायरेक्ट है, न्यूक्लियस के बिल्कुल डायरेक्ट वो उसको लिगेंड से शील्ड करेगा. दिस इज an important generalization. Therefore we have to see that therefore the magnitude of John Taylor effect, which is related to extent of screening of nuclear charge of metal ion, therefore the magnitude of John Taylor effect, which is related to extent of screening of nuclear charge of the metal ion by d electron in direction of the ligands, is smaller in octahedral complexes of metal ions of with ground state. You can see the electronic configuration, देख के आपको पता चल जाएगा कि जैसे ये देखिए, please pay attention to this electronic configuration, like T2G1, T2G2, T2G4, T2G5. अब इनमें क्या है, सिर्फ T2G ऑर्बिटल्स जो हैं वो फिल्ड हैं, EG ऑर्बिटल्स आपके एम्प्टी हैं ऑब्वियसली, तो जो स्प्लिटिंग होगी वो T2G ऑर्बिटल्स में ही होगी. तो इनमें क्या है, इन जो इस तरह की कॉन्फ़िगरेशंस हैं उनमें जॉन टेलर ऑक्टाहेड्रल कॉम्प्लेक्सेस जो हैं जिनमें इस तरह की कॉन्फ़िगरेशंस हैं, उनमें जो जॉन टेलर इफेक्ट कम देखा गया है. आई हैव टोल्ड यू द रीजन, बिकॉज इसमें क्या होता है, इलेक्ट्रॉन डेंसिटी इज इन बिटवीन द प्लेन and not along the axis, along the plane of the ligands. So as compared to the electronic configurations like T2G6 EG1, T2G6 EG3, here EGs में भी splitting होगी यहाँ पे, and T2G3 EG1 in configurations like T2G1, T2G2, T2G4 and T2G5, John Taylor distortion has not been detected because of small magnitude. Obviously, there is John Taylor effect. It is not like that there is no John Taylor distortion, but its magnitude is very less. इसका magnitude बहुत कम है, तो direct इसका it is even difficult to detect it because of its small magnitude. So you can see here that if we write the this is for octahedral complex, and this is elongation or compression along z-axis. Please remember, it is always along z-axis, elongation or compression, and this is stabilization obtained by distortion of octahedral geometry by elongation and by compression along z-axis. Now for T2G1 we can, यहाँ से हम पता लगा सकते हैं कि along z-axis क्या होगा, इसका compression होगा या इसकी elongation होगी. So if there is compression, T2G2, for T2G2 there is elongation, for T2G4 there is again compression, and for T2G5 there is elongation. So from here we can, by looking at the configuration, you can easily predict कि इसमें compression होगा across z axis, और there is a possibility, किस चीज़ की possibility ज़्यादा है, whether there is possibility of compression or there is possibility of elongation. Thank you.